What's going on, people out there? This is your boy Just, Young Just. I just wanted to put up a post today talking about something I had a crazy concept of something that I think should be going on in the world right now. We don't get as people, as Americans, and I just want to talk about it. Y'all can put anything you want, any comment, say anything. You can even post a video and talk about what you think. Maybe we can go back and forth. But the first thing I wanted to say was, I think it's crazy that to be an American, to be a man or a woman, or to be young, adolescent, I think it's crazy that we're supposed to live in a country where you are innocent until proven guilty. But we all know that you get the direct opposite. If anything, you are guilty until proven innocent. And that it shouldn't be that way. It should be a place where you are innocent until proven guilty. You shouldn't be chastised for things you potentially did not do. And in a lot of cases did. Sometimes it is a situation where bad things happen to good people, or you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. We all know that. I just think that the one thing I wanted to touch on, though, I was watching a TV show. I was watching Law and Order, and on the show they had a situation where it was a guy who potentially murdered somebody. And on the show, the guy went to jail, but I don't know if y'all seen this episode. I don't even remember the name. I wish I could remember the name for everybody out there. But basically, the guy goes to jail, and he's in jail for a number of years. And they end up catching another guy on the street who actually committed that crime. He confesses to it. The other guy gets out. End of the story, pops up saying Dick Wolf. But it just really made me think as I watched it. And what it made me think about was, okay, let's say that happens in real life. You got a man who goes to jail for, between 5 to 20-odd years of his life that he's lost, right? So while he's in jail, or before he went to jail, you had an attorney who stood there and presented evidence that made an innocent man look guilty. And if you hear what I'm saying an innocent man looked guilty. And we all know, anybody can make something sound good. You know what I mean? Hell, I can tell you what the vernal equinox of the sun is, when I don't even know what the hell that is. But if I say it right, and I say it with just enough conviction, you could believe it. And I think it's crazy that I don't think in America, a lawyer, although I appreciate the fact that we have people who, get people who help people out that are attorneys, these prosecutions get paid for their conviction ratings, or they actually get married for their conviction ratings. I'll say that. So it's crazy to me that you got a man who is willing to make evidence, not even evidence, make I don't even know how to specifically say it, but could make up a story to make you potentially believe it. And what I mean by that is, let's say we got a man who goes to jail for 20 years, and then we got a guy on the other side who is just a lawyer doing his job, but he's been doing his job for 30 years. He's been a DA, been prosecuting people, and he's used to getting murder cases, okay? So, of course, he's not going to have any leniency on the fact that this guy could have not done it. As the prosecution, his job is to find out, did he do it? Most of the time they believe he did. You rarely hear a prosecution saying, hey, I don't think he did that. You know what I mean? And I think that's crazy. I think we have lost our humanity with what we do. And I'm not even saying what we do, I'm saying as people. I think that people don't catch on to the fact that we need to pay attention to that we are affecting other people's lives. And whatever job we do, especially in a situation where you have enough power to put somebody away or to help put them away. Because you are just as bad as the person who murdered somebody, because you're basically killing somebody else who potentially could be innocent. You're killing somebody who's, the average young person, let's say 20 years old, gonna go to jail for the rest of his life, when this man could have been a great father, could have brought something better to the world, could have been a woman who was going to jail for years for a potential murder, when she could have been a great mother, a great person. Hell, we could have had another Oprah, we could have had another Obama. But it's a lot of situations where, again, in America, I feel like I don't think it should be legal that, we can't go into a courtroom as a defendant, as the person who potentially committed the crime, and give you a story like, well, what if I was over there at my best friend's house? I can't say what if. But the crazy thing is, most of the time, these prosecutions are saying what if, but they're not saying what if. They're saying, well, he went into the room, he stabbed her. They're going off speculation and they're putting people in jail. I think that's crazy. I think as people, if you're watching this, we need to do something about it. I don't think a judge should, or not even a judge, an attorney should be able to stand in a courtroom of law, of facts. You know, we state Roe versus Wade. We state all these different cases to help our situations out. But it's crazy that this lawyer who has been doing this for maybe 20, 30 years, and there's a kid over here who potentially didn't do anything wrong. Let's just say this person is guilty. We know it, we were there, and we seen what happened. But this prosecution, who's done this for 30 years, is used to making things that look good, look bad. Or making things that look bad, look good. So he's used to kind of getting his way. He's used to manipulating. It's like a person who lies. I'm not saying attorneys lie, but they're used to making things fall, making the cards fall where they want to. So it's like they're playing with a stacked deck. And this person over here is scared as hell to even play their hand, because they don't want to go to jail for years. And as the defendant, they can't just stand up and say, hey, I didn't do it, and everybody believes them. And I just want you to think of one situation in your life where maybe when you was a kid and your parents thought you did something, you got your tail beat, and you just knew you didn't do it, but nobody believed you. That's almost how it is, like when you get pulled over and you get stopped and the cop is telling you, hey, you were going 80 miles an hour. And they don't even make the cop provide proof anymore. You know, you go to court, you gotta pay a fine. When you weren't even speeding. Everybody has a situation where they know they weren't speeding and a cop pulled them. If you didn't, good for you, but I know I have. And I think it's crazy that, you know, we don't have any accountants for these cops. No one is above the law. I almost want to say, when a cop pulls me over and he says, hey, you know you were going 80 in a 40, I want to look at him and say, well, for one, I know I wasn't speeding, but for two, if I was, you need to stop and write yourself a ticket, because you had to speed up to catch me, and you was breaking the law too. But nobody does that to these cops and these lawyers. And I really want to stress the fact that with these attorneys, I think it's a shame that they can't do that they have that much power. And in America, it should be outlawed, honestly, in my opinion, for an attorney to speculate in the courtroom, which is what they're doing when they don't know what happened. They were not there, they don't have video footage, but they get to stand up and say a first-hand account. It's like they were there and put a person in jail who potentially did nothing wrong. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you a quick story, then I'll let you go, and you can post any comments you want to at the bottom of the page. Let me know what you think. But I'll never forget, I first moved to Durham, North Carolina when I was 16. I'm 26 now. Moved here when I was 16. I was in Walmart one day, and I bought a couple DVDs. And I think I was buying them because I'm a big movie person. So I bought these movies. I'm leaving the store, I get in my car, I get home, and I'm going through the movies, and I bought The Last Dragon, Bruce Lee wore the glove. That's one of my favorite movies. So I bought the movie. I get home, and as I open up the case, it's no movie in it. Somebody would like cut the side or the back off and then slip the movie out. So of course I go back to the store, tell the guy, basically like, boom, you know, I go to customer service, let them know I just bought like 10 DVDs. Not even trying to jack them. I show them the receipt, they got the DVDs in the bag. And in fact, one of my favorite movies I was trying to get, I was actually going to watch. I was like, boom, I just want to know if I can get, you know, go get another movie. So the guy was giving me a hard time, like he didn't even believe me, like I'm trying to steal this old ass Last Dragon movie. So from then on, from that day on, I was like, okay, anytime I'm in Walmart, I'm going to make sure that them DVDs are in there because it's my money, you know what I mean? So I remember I was in there a couple months later and I bought a movie, it just came out. And I think it was like, I don't even know, it was like some scary movie or whatever. So I bought this scary movie. And as I bought it, I remember I was like shaking the pack to hear if it was in there, and I couldn't hear it. So as I'm shaking it, I'm trying to like kind of look in it, but I was not going to steal it. It was obvious I was trying to see if it was in there. So I'll never forget. This, I don't even want to say she's white, I don't want to make it about race, but she was white, so I'm going to say that. But the white lady comes on the aisle, and she's working there, and she starts screaming out, like, he's stealing, he's stealing. And it was so funny, because when she screamed that out, like, I panicked. Like, in my head, I know stories of my friends getting caught for dumb shit. So, I, like, ran. And it was so crazy, because I shouldn't have ran, because I didn't do anything wrong. But in my mind, I already knew that she was like screaming like somebody had stabbed somebody. Don't ask me why, but that's what she did. So I run out the store. And I never forget, I got home, I told my dad, I was like, Dad, boom, I told him what happened in the store. He was mad at me. He was like, why would you run out the store? Like, what is wrong with you? You know, that's crazy. And then when I thought about it, I remember, like, this is exactly what I said to my father. I was like, well, I'll be honest with you. I'd rather look guilty at home than feel innocent in jail. Because that's what happens. And it sounds bad that I'm saying it like that, but it's the truth. And if anybody can identify with that, please post a comment, let me know what you think. But that's really how it is. In America, it's kind of a situation where everything's backwards. You are guilty to proven innocent. If somebody comes to your house, breaks in, and tries to grab your daughter or your son and hurt them, and you shoot back and you kill them, they're taking you to jail. You know what I mean? They're not going to write out a citation and say you show up to court this day. You're going to be in jail to the day they decide that you are innocent, when it should be the total opposite. You should be innocent till proven guilty, not guilty till proven innocent. So if you got any comments, just post them. I'm going to be doing this like every week, coming up with things I think that are crazy, and hopefully y'all can follow me. Appreciate y'all's support. Check out the page. And don't forget Earth Movers all day. It's your boy Young Just. I appreciate you.